Okay, I've got on 3D glasses. It's also Halloween. That means it's time for Saw. This one being the last Saw. This is going to be a spoiler-free version. My spoiler version is currently uploading. So, does it answer most of the remaining questions? Yes. I'm going to go through some of those real quick. They're not really spoiler-like in nature, because if you've done any looking into this at all, you can kind of figure out some of this stuff. You finally get to see what was on that tape Jill gave Dr. Gordon. You finally see what happened to Dr. Gordon after he left. You've seen like the opening I think the opening 10 minutes you can find pretty easily. Do I recommend seeing this one in 3D? That entirely depends on how much 3D costs in your area. I went to a place where 3D was $4 extra. $5 extra for Friday and Saturday nights. You know how they charge like $9 for a ticket anyways? $14 a person is kind of steep. If you live in an area where that's the normal ticket price, wow. I don't like spending over, it was $9 for me to see this at 10 o'clock this morning. But the 3D parts that are in there are definitely worth it. And this actually was shot in 3D. It actually makes sense to see it in 3D. Really, you get blood thrown at you. For one of the traps, you really get to feel like the trap is going to happen to you. Which is good, makes it work well. You have essentially two different plot points. One is the plot point that's still between Hoffman and Jill, which is remaining from the last Saw movie, Saw 6. And then the one deals with all the survivors. And this self-help guru who was also a survivor. And, his ordeal and what he was going through, and all of his friends. This is violent. This is the most violent one. Lots of people do get entirely mutilated. I mean, cars running them over, stuff like that. Body parts get torn off. This is definitely not for the faint of heart. Satisfying? Yes. Definitely satisfying. It's visually satisfying, and having been a fan of the franchise since the first one, not since Saw 0.5, I saw it, that's good, it works. Does it do a nice full circle? Yes. Stuff you see in the first one, you see again in this one. Would it help to have seen previous Saw movies? Pretty much, they go over bits and pieces from one, so that you need to know. They don't go over a lot when it comes to, you'll see scenes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But most of those scenes it's enough to kind of help you figure out what's going on. So it's really not that confusing. If you've seen the other Saw movies, you'll have Easter eggs, and it actually works out fairly well. Now, I'm not positive if they've taken scenes from the unrated director's cuts, which had some modifications to the previous 6 movies. They're all fairly minor modifications, but if you're a huge continuity buff, this might ruin it for you. I enjoyed it. I think they wrapped it up nicely with still leaving some room. So, at the end of the day, there is one person holding Jigsaw's legacy. One person. Am I going to tell you who it is? Nope. I'll tell you this. This was satisfying. Definitely satisfying. You've got blood, in some cases, a lot of blood. You get some different traps from before. Which is nice. You see some different things. Hoffman is one mean, brutal son of a gun. He is a horrible human being, but it works out well in this. And that is Saw 7, or Saw 3D, or Saw 3D the final chapter, or Saw 2D the final chapter if the place isn't playing it in 3D.